What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Today we'll be taking a look at the Bane Batman Nightfall 2-pack. So let's see what we've got going on. Let's check it out. As promised, today we'll be taking a look at Batman vs. Bane 2-pack. Let's see what we've got going on. Alright, that's a good looking 2-pack. A lot of blue. I could see maybe some potential criticism there. Maybe the sort of semi-cell shaded attempt over here. I think it pops, so I'm at first look I'm pretty good with it. I'm looking forward to getting it out of the box, but it's a brooding looking Bane. We're using the same as the Mega Fig. So you know that's already a nice good build, good looking Bane figure to begin with. You've got Nightfall Batman, he's all beat up, bloodied up, costumes in tatters. I see a cloth cape in there, so some different things, all right? We've got some extra hands, one accessory, and then looks like you've got your stands in there. Flip it to the side, we don't get a lot. DC Multiverse, Batman versus Bane, pretty simple there. Flip it to the back, though, you get this really great image. Beautiful. However, I think it is going to make Bane seem a little small in comparison to the intended artwork, but still. This kind of reminds me of the body for that loose collector Dr. Hyde, Jekyll Hyde thing. So, pretty solid brooding figure. If you're making customs out there, maybe that's an option. Batman versus Bane, Batman Nightfall on the side here. But let's get him out of the box. Fresh out of the box, that's a whole lot of Bane. A lot going on there. Pretty good looking set outside of the box. The blues just really work so well together. Of course, you get your card, which mimics the art on the back there, inspired by the comic. You get some extra hands, so Bane's got a set, and Batman gets 2 sets of extra hands and a Batarang to boot. Overall, a pretty decent aesthetic. Some of the things like I had read leading up to this were some complaints about how the blue comes off on Bane and how the red blood comes off on Batman's lips a little too lipsticky. Let's take a closer look. We'll see how that actually looks in person. Moving in closer, we can get a good look at Batman's face there. I don't know, it certainly looked a little too red in the packaging, but up close, I mean, you get sort of like the blood dribble down the lip there. I think it really adds to the effect. Maybe if it was done a little bit differently, maybe if the dribble is a little bit more pronounced, then you kind of see a little bit more blood and it doesn't come off just looking like some red lipstick. But all in all, not too shabby. Certainly like the tattered costume going around, painted pretty nicely around there. You've got some shadow for depth as well painted on. Blue against the gray really pops. The yellow belt has a little bit in there. You do get your wired cape. So certainly some very satin type sheen on that cape. You've got black on the inside. Wire has some good hold to it, so you can absolutely get that around. I'm not the biggest proponent of cloth goods on action figures, but when it's executed in a at least decent manner, I don't hate it. You know, it's certainly worth noting that you know, he's doing this and adding that element to it, because that's what really stands out for like Mezco, Mafex type figures, right? Along with many other things, but for what you're getting for your money here, it certainly competes a little bit better, I guess. You're spending, I think, close to $70 on this set, so a little bit high for McFarlane type figures, but pretty nice nonetheless. For your articulation, the head's only going to look down just a little bit. You're not getting much out of that at all. He will look up to about there, though, so you get, you know, minor up and down. You'd like to see a little bit more there. Head will move around side to side. You get a little bit of wiggle. Arm does move all the way around up to there. Of course, still with the loose shoulders there on that modified butterfly joint. Upper bicep cut. And you are double jointed at the elbow. You can really see the ratchet sort of details in there. Nothing at the forearm, but you do have your ball that gives you your hinge at the wrist there, and you can move the hand all the way around. I really would like to see the ball totally eliminated from McFarlane figures, but they've definitely gotten better and much more hidden in recent memory. You got your diaphragm bell in there, gives you plenty of motion up top, and then again down at the bottom you get that bell there as well. So plenty of ab articulation, can certainly get him into positions. I'm going to try that later, see what we can do. No upper thigh cut as we're used to. Leg kicks up to there, back to there. You start to get the upper thigh to pop out once you go back a little bit too far. Double jointed pinned at the knee, nothing at the calf, and then again your ball with your hinge swivel down at the ankle and your toe articulation. For your hands, you do get 2 open fist hands, you get 2 closed fist hands, and you get 2 open hands. For comparison, here he is backed up against another blue and gray suit Batman. Aesthetically, I like it, but you know, this certainly gives you a good view of the change from the plastic cape to the cloth cape. I'm still on the side of plastic capes, and look, I don't know if I'll ever be able to explain that, right? It's just one of those. It's an action figure. I don't know. Maybe that's just because that's how it was, but that's not even the case either. So this is just rambling at this point. I don't know. Someone please help. Someone tell me why. Taking a closer look at Bane here. So this actually was the main draw for me to grab this pack. I ended up skipping out on the Bane Mega Fig, and kind of wish I didn't. You know, I have the Build-A-Figure from a couple of years ago, and I figured I would just leave that as the Bane in my display, passing up the Mega Fig, and then seeing how good it looked in McFarlane displays. Was hoping for another opportunity at that, and that's exactly what this is, right? So maybe a little bit different. I like the pop of the blue. I can understand why that would not be for everyone, right? So certainly to each your own on that, but I'm kind of digging the aesthetic here, so I think I'll be all right all the way around. For articulation, head down, chin touches the chest, so you actually get much more downward motion than with Batman. Head does not go up very far though, so that's your trade-off. You do get some side to side, and you can move that around however you like. However, you do have the tube attached to the back of the head, which certainly seems like something that will snap off at some point after too many turns. Arms will go up. You can certainly make it go all the way around. I'm going to stop there because, again, I do feel like that will pull out if you force the issue too much. But you can get it to go back the other way, so you can get it however you want. Arm will go out to there. You do have your single joint at the elbow. So big guy, totally understand. It's pretty normal for figures of this size from these companies. Nothing at the forearm, and then you do have your hinge at the wrist. Oh, you don't get the ball. Okay, yeah, see? Let's do more of that. I like that. All right. Dumbbell down at the diaphragm. Nothing in the upper ab area, so you are very limited. He's a big guy. Tend to think that would be the case anyway. Leg will kick out to about there. Back. You can go back to there, but of course you get the huge gap and the diaper situation gets super weird if you try to go back that far. Yeah, still not a fan of these diapers things. All right, double jointed, pinned at the knee, nothing at the boot, and hinge at the toe, articulation, and hinge at the ankle. For your hands, you do get your open set of hands, and you get a set of fists. So good, like having just a swappable option. Nothing too complicated. For comparison, here he is backed up against your collect-to-build Bane. So obviously both are very good brooding versions of the character. I just kind of like this. Maybe it's just the right era for me, and that kind of fits better into the collection. I'm happy with either of these, though. They are going to go in separate parts of the display, so that's why I had no issue with grabbing another version of Bane. To each your own, right? But I think you could take whichever one you like. Still very cool looking figure nonetheless. Alright folks, well there you have it. There is your Batman vs. Bane Batman Knightfall 2-pack. Fairly new, coming out. I found it at a Target. Decided to pick it up because it was there and it called to me, and sometimes that's just how this works, right? Thrill of the hunt. I'm always happy when that works out. It seems to be less and less these days, but sometimes when you're out you see something, you grab it, right? So overall, good 2-pack. Price point could be a little bit iffy for some people. Totally get that. Even the cashier at Target asked me why it was so expensive. So if just the average person who has no idea thinks it's expensive, they have no idea what they'd be in for if they went down that road. Anyway, folks, that's the 2 cents. Hopefully you got something out of this. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. If you're looking for this, I do wish you luck out on your hunt. I am looking forward to showing this in the display. Appreciate you checking out the video. Thank you for hanging out this long. If you have, of course, you can always find me on any of these socials down here. Most importantly, though, don't forget to hit that like and subscribe below. And until next time, take it easy.